With less than a week to go before the vaccination drive opens for 15 to 18-year-olds in India, preparations are in full swing across the state. From Maharashtra to Tamil Nadu to national capital, let's take a look at how states are gearing up to administer doses to teens.
India is gearing up to vaccinate its teenagers. The vaccination drive for 15 to 18 years old will start on 3rd January. They can only be administered the Covaxin shot. The beneficiaries will have to book their slot on CoWIN website. With less than 1 week to go, all states in India are preparing to vaccinate its young population, especially in view of the anticipated surge in Omicron infections. In Delhi, the eligible children will be vaccinated at the existing centres. They will be administered jabs at government schools and government and private hospitals. In Maharashtra, the number of eligible teenagers for the vaccine is being ascertained. 3.7% of the state's population is likely to be vaccinated. The state of Tamil Nadu is also gearing up to inoculate 33.2 lakh children. Assam's state departments and district administration are planning to administer vaccines to 18.25 lakh teenagers. And in Haryana, nearly 16 lakh eligible children will receive their first jab. The state government is collecting data on all school-going children. Children who were vaccinated in the trial phase have received their vaccine certificates.
जो पहला डोज लिया तब मुझे थोड़ा सा तो डर लग रहा था कि वैक्सीन लेने के बाद क्या होगा क्योंकि ट्रायल में ले रहे थे बट वैक्सीन लेने के बाद कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं आए हमें और कुछ भी जो हमें था वो कुछ हुआ नहीं हमें।
ये घोषणा जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने की है वो उसके बैकड्रॉप में मैं उन सभी लोगों को कांग्रेचुलेट करना चाहूँगा जो बच्चों ने और उनके पेरेंट्स ने ये वैक्सीन की ट्रायल लेने की हिम्मत की और आज उनकी हिम्मत की भरोसे ही ये ट्रायल सक्सेसफुल होने के बाद बाकी सभी बच्चों के लिए ये वैक्सीन ओपन की जा रही है।
With Omicron cases on the rise, India is leaving nothing to chance by opening up vaccination to the younger population. Bureau Report, India Today.
Doctors have wondered the reasons behind long COVID and why it affects so many organs in the body. A breakthrough study done on the COVID dead in the US now tells us that COVID stays in the human body for months after recovery. Here is a news report.
2 years into the pandemic and countless cases of people suffering from long COVID. Some had difficulties in getting back to a normal life months after recovery. Scientists today have found some answers behind the extended illness. Scientists at the US National Institute of Health said they found that the virus is capable of replicating in human cells well beyond the respiratory tract in the human body. Because SARS-CoV-2 spreads within days from the airways to the heart, brain and almost every organ in the body, where it may stay for months. Studies say the delayed viral clearance is what leads to persistent symptoms of long COVID. Scientists have detected persistent SARS-CoV-2 RNA in the brain for 230 days. Infection of the lungs could lead to virus spreading in the bloodstream or viremia in mild cases. Results were based on samples taken from autopsies of 44 COVID dead patients. Indian medical experts have called the study a breakthrough in understanding long COVID.
It means it is not only limited to respiratory tract, the lungs. It could go into any part of the body, which includes heart, brain, etc. And all these long COVID symptoms like neuropsychiatric manifestations, seizures, brain fog, etc., they can all be found.
We have seen that even after recovery from COVID, the patients continue to have different symptoms. They were never fully comfortable, they continue to have symptoms. So there was always a concern that probably COVID virus has caused permanent damage to the organs or it is due to the persistence of the organs.
Less viral clearance outside the lungs is related to weak immune response in the body in early stages.
ऑटोप्सी स्टडीज में ये पाया गया कि कि कई बार ये इन्फेक्शन करीब मोर देन 290 डेज तक वायरस, एक्टिव वायरस या रेप्लिकेटिंग वायरस बॉडी के अंदर था। तो ये दर्शाता है कि इन्फेक्शन इमीडिएटली आप दवाई दें और तुरंत से ठीक हो जाए, ऐसा नहीं है, ये मिथ है। तो इसलिए, और ये नहीं है कि हर केस के अंदर ये वायरल इन्फेक्शन जो है ये इतना लंबा चलेगा।
The results of the study, published in the science journal Nature, is yet to be peer-reviewed. But doctors are beginning to understand that COVID is multifaceted, systematic disorder.
Emerging scientific data now shows that reasons for brain fogging as well as neuropsychological manifestations of COVID have led to people suffering from long COVID for several months. As more such studies emerge, it will be known soon that influenza is not what COVID is all about, and it is ultimately a multi-systemic disorder infecting the whole human body. With Pawan Kumar, Milan Sharma for India Today.
Throughout 2020 and early 2021, South America was ground zero in the global fight against COVID-19, despite patchy health services and lower income levels than in Europe or the US. South America is now the most vaccinated region in the world. Details in the next report. Take a look.
For much of 2020 and early 2021, South America was ground zero in the global fight against COVID-19. Back then, oxygen ran low in Peru. Gravediggers worked through the night in Sao Paulo. But now, South America is the most COVID-vaccinated region in the world, according to government data collected from the Our World in Data project. Over 63% of South America's population is now fully inoculated, a higher percentage than in Europe. And while last year Brazil saw its COVID-19 death toll rise to the second highest in the world after the United States, the current high rate of vaccinations has caused infection and death rates to plummet. Infectious disease expert Roberto Medrano.
Despite the fact that President Jair Bolsonaro is one of the most vocal leaders against the vaccine in Brazil, the Brazilian population is already used to many vaccination campaigns and is being massively vaccinated.
Past vaccination campaigns waged a war against smallpox, meningitis, polio, and measles, and built public trust. Experts say the region's effective public health messaging has also been key. But vaccination rates among children vary dramatically in South America, with authorities in some countries relatively slow to approve shots for minors. And experts say the region is far from out of the woods just yet, as the highly transmissible Omicron variant, which may be more adept at dodging the immunity generated by previous COVID-19 infections, spreads across the globe.